Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So as you have seen the title, today I'm going to discuss my approach to solve how I solve maths or number theory problems. And I was getting a lot of comments regarding this topic only, how to solve maths and number theory problems, how to get good at it. So first of all, let me tell you how if there is a problem of some maths or number theory problem. So there are basically two types of thinking. First is you have seen that similar concept and previously solved a similar question, and you already know the some proofs or some observations, and on the basis of that proofs, uh, techniques, you already know how to solve this question. So this comes when you have a lot of practice, or you have good knowledge of mathematical theory and proving how to prove solutions. So this is first approach, or you can say first way you solve a problem. Now second way is you don't know any proof. You tried all your mathematical logic on that problem and you still cannot find any observations which are enough to find a solution or to prove a solution. So what for those problems, what you do is you write brute force for smaller constraints, and from that brute force you find uh, all the observations which you can, and using these observations you finally find a solution. So this is a way to solve mathematical problems. So in generally this type of problems constraints are very high. For example, constraints are 1e18, 1e9. So you cannot write a brute force for them, but you can write brute force for, let's say, 100, a number 100 or 1000, which has a general solution. So writing brute force will give you some observations which can be applied for all the bigger numbers, and from those observations you can find a simpler solution or logical solution, which is basically the intended solution for this question. So first approach comes when you have solved a lot of problems. So I'm at a stage, I think 20 to 30% or 30 to 40% of times of easier questions I can solve like this, because I have some I have similar concept which I used in previous problem or something like that. But in difficult problems like 1800 or 1700, so most of the questions which I solve now, I use this kind of technique. So there was contest yesterday also, and I use this technique there also. And the contest was an ad coder regular contest, and the first problem A was in itself I used this technique. So A was equivalent to due to C or due to D, somewhat like that, and it was completely based on computronics and maths. So this is uh, this is very frequent technique which I used or approach. Now this is not something new. A lot of people use it, but I thought that making a video will be helpful for beginners, because a lot of people just get stuck when they don't have any mathematical idea to solve the problem. So I thought making a video will be helpful. So I will just solve one of the problems which are solved in contest using this technique, and I will try to tell you the approach for this, and if you can also solve it with me, it will teach you a approach which you can use in future. So first I will explain this problem. So this problem was in Goodbye 2023, and this contest was very controversial, if you know, you know. And this is fourth problem, and I was able to solve this in contest, and I got pretty good delta in this contest. So in this question, what we are given? We are given an odd integer n, and we have to find n different numbers such that they are squares, they are perfect squares. But each of the numbers should have a length n, and the multiset of all digits should be same. For example, 234 and 432 have same multiset. So basically, when you put all these digits in a multiset, both the multisets should be equal. So similarly, 11223 and 32211. Basically, for each digit from 0 to n, 0 to 9, the number of occurrences of each digit should be equal in both the numerical representation. For here, in 232, 234 and 432, occurrence of 2 here is 1, here is also 1, here 3 is 1, similarly 1, and for 4 also 1 on both sides. So this is type of mathematical plus constructive problem, and I will, you can take some time or pause the video here and try to find a solution. Before that, let me just explain one of the sample test cases. Now for, let's say, n equal to 3, this is the solution. We have to print three numbers which are square, and those three numbers are 169, 196 and 961. Now 169 is 13 square, 196 is 14 square, and 961 is 31 square. And if you put all of them, the digits are also same. Similarly for 5, there are 5 numbers of 5 digits, and all of them are square. You can see this squares proof, and digits are also same. So if you understand this question till now, you can try it out. Pause the video and try it out, and I will discuss this question now. So I hope you have tried this question. So first of all, when I read this question, I was clueless, but then I saw that n is 99. N 99 means we have to print a digit, a number of which contains 99 digits. So we cannot deal with a number that high in C++. So there must be some type of pattern in this question which we have to identify and use it, make that pattern general, so which can be used uh, however we want. So first what I did was, for 5 I tried to print all the brute force solutions which are possible. So first I calculated the starting element, which is like first 5 digit number, so which is 10 raised to power 5. So, 10 raised to power 4, and this is starting element. Similarly, I have to find the last element. Last element will be starting element into 10 and minus 1. So this is the first smallest 5 digit number, and this is largest 5 digit number. Now I will iterate over all this string, all the numbers, and check if it is a square or not. So how to check this? I will first calculate square root of I and check if d into d is I itself, and if it is, I will just print I here. So I got all the squares now. Now from this, still I don't understand any observation or anything uh, useful. So what I do, I will make it more. Am I getting all the squares? Yes, I'm getting. So now what I'll do, I will make it more useful according to our question. So by adding this multi-set question, multi-set, you can say condition. So for that, what I did was I created a map of string and integer. Now creating multi-set was hard for me. So what I did was I converted this number to a string and sorted the string. Now when you sort this string basically becomes a multi-set, because when you sort them, all the digits are at start will be 0 and number of occurrences of 0. Now if both the strings are matching, that means both are using equal number of digits, and then I will just map it with uh, our MP map. And now I will iterate over the map, and we want the occurrence of each string to be greater than equal to n. So when it is, I will just print c dot first here MP. So what I found is two answers. One is 00169 and 13468. Now how to retrieve all the numbers which are used by this 00169? So for that, again I will just comment this map, come here and write a conditional statement where I am comparing that s with this, and I will print I here. Now as you can see, there is some type of pattern which is repeating. Now if you just, for 5, I will just copy this answer and keep it here. Now similarly, what if I try to find answer for 7? So for 7 this will be like 4 zeros. So now you can clearly see a pattern, and if you still don't understand it, I will explain. So there are three numbers. First of all, 169, then 4 zeros, then 1060 and 900, and similarly there is another pattern of this. So these are the three numbers which I can find if I use 169 as one of the squares. Now similarly I can extend this idea for 196, 1960, 10906, 00, and 100, 900, and 6. I think 1960 is not, so 1960 doesn't work. 96100 works. 9060100 and 06001, and last just one number which is just 196 and 40. Now this is type of pattern, and I got 3 from 169, 3 from 961, and 1 from 196. So I got 7 answers, 7 numbers, and we have to print n numbers only. Similarly for 5, I found I can find two numbers from 169, which are 10609 and 16900. Similarly, I found two numbers from 9600 and 90601, and last number is 19600. So now I found this pattern and I just printed this pattern then. So basically I checked another so what I did was I extended this idea uh, for 9. So for 9 what you have to do, just add more two zeros. I think for this for 9 would be like after 1060 then 9 and this two zeros. So what I did was I just copy pasted this on Google and checked if the square is uh, if there exists a square root which is perfect. So I found this answer also. So after that I assume I got a what we can say a brute force proof that this type of solution works. Then I just wrote a pattern where I'm print a code for printing each pattern and submitted this. And for this I use this kind of brute force. First I what I did was I printed answer for 5 and then I printed answer for 7. I found some similarities in both of them and just came up with pattern that such pattern which gives an answers and also satisfies our all conditions, and I was able to solve this question. So this approach is what we can say is not ideal, but if you first step should be always be to try your apply your all maths theory and whatever you know, and try to find all observations which you can, and if those observations are enough to solve the problem, just you can solve it with your maths proof. But when you can't find such observations, what you do, you write a brute force and complete uh, your proof by finding some more observations. So this is how I solved this problem. Similarly, there are multiple problems. So this was also a problem in recent contest only. And if you go into my submission of contest, you will see that this commented brute force solution. So this brute force solution was the first step which I did. I wrote brute force find observation, and after finding enough observation, I wrote the intended solution. Similarly, this was the question on yesterday's at Coder regular contest, and this is again computronics question. And if you go into my submission, there you will see a whole bit masking brute force solution commented, and this type of brute force helps you to find all the observations. And I was able to solve this question. uh, so this kind of approach I want to share with all of you. So I will just link all the questions and my submissions in the description. You can check them out, you can try these questions on yourself, and I guess that's it from my side. If you have any doubt, you can put it in comment section, and thank you for watching.